All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back updates and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to all your notification buttons so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. All right, let's go down to the news proper as the hot a don shele. As many people are still struggling in the southeastern part of Nigeria, as Ndigbo, some of these governors keep deceiving themselves. Otti of Abia State has done the people of Nigeria proud. He has done Ndigbo proud. He has shown that what many people thought that could not be achieved could actually be achieved in this Nigeria. As it is now, Abia, one of the worst places when it comes to southeast environment, is now operating on 24 hours power supply. And as of today, Abia have celebrated 48 hours uninterrupted supply, and it is believed that this thing is going to be everyday stuff. Meanwhile, let's go down to the full details of the information. This is to tell you that whatever many people think that cannot be done, that can actually be done. Now, Otti has done what nobody has been able to do in the southeastern state. And this is to tell you that Mazi Otti is a true-blooded Biafran. Remember that before now, Biafrans are known with, wherever they go, after they make their money, they bring it home. But as it is, things have started changing. People have started relaxing in their place of endeavor and the rest of it. But let's go down to what Otti is doing in Anambra State so that you can, in Abia State, so that you can see the full detail of the information. According to the information on my table, investors have begun to trickle into Abia State barely 24 hours after geometric power turned on a stable power in the commercial nerve center of Abia State. According to reports, Taiwanese director of Maxis Tires visited traditional rulers in Obanku community in Okwa East local government, Abia State, to inspect lands where they are set to build a full-scale tire production plant. Production range will include motorcycle tires, tricycle tires, car tires, light truck tires, ATV tires, trailer tires, and more. The report now viral on social media. Maxis Tires is a brand of Shenzhen Rubber Industry Co., a company based in Taiwan. Starting as a bicycle tire maker in 1967, it is currently the 11th largest tire company in the world. When they see they happen, Otti, when I was listening to him, he said that his competitors are not even Lagos State, that he is competing with Dubai. Of course, remember that Otti has, for now, he still has only 4 years in the office, and if eventually he is voted into the office for the second tenure, that will be making him 8 years, and Otti believes that he is going to be transforming the whole of Abia State within the space of these 8 years that he will be in office. According to him, he said that he is already rich, his children are rich, his wife is rich, that he is not looking at siphoning the money of Abia State, but he is looking at making more production in Abia State, generating more revenue in Abia State. And barely 24 hours since geometric power supply was erected in Abia State, Taiwanese investors has come into Abia State. And this will tell you what can happen between now and the next 4 years. It means that Abia State is going to become like London. Of course, you know that if these people start their production in Abia State, it will lessen the cost of these tires, because These tires will not no more be imported, but these tires will be manufactured right here in Abia State, right here in Biafra land, and it will be sold right here and also be exported to other parts of the country in Nigeria and Nigeria. Now, you see what this nation is lacking, and a single man can single-handedly change this nation. Otti did not start by doing audio money like what is happening in Anambra State. What is happening in Anambra State now is that the government is giving money. They give 250 million to school. They give 500 million to these people. They do this, they do that. It's not what we want. Now, look at what is happening in Nigeria. The government is giving the people what is called palliative, giving the people a food badge. I heard that the one that is coming up now, the government is trying to do what is called a food badge or food stamp. This food stamp, what it's going to do is that once you have this food stamp, it will enable you to go and eat free in any government booker. And when your stamp finish, you can be rolled over. You will not be able to get food again. As it is, this is not what this present administration needs. This is not what this government needs. I think it's high time the government stops deceiving themselves. Now let's go back down to Anambra State so that you can see what Soludo himself is doing. They say Soludo's commission addresses in school uniform join secondary school students in morning assembly. For Anambra State, they are still doing gilidali and hanky panky there. Commissioners go school, go they wear school uniform with students. Not be waiting these students want now. I think that from what I have learned so far, I think that education is easy when you are being educated and you are having access to practical immediately. Imagine Nigeria secondary schools, universities, where the students there are being taught about computer and they don't even have any computer hardware to practicalize this thing. You are a software engineer in Nigeria university. You don't even have any lab. You don't even have any office. You don't even have any computer lab to be able to practicalize all the software engineer you are reading. I have a friend that is into computer engineering. He's studying this in one of the college of education in Imo State that is now turned to an university. These people say that the only thing that they have learned is how to copy information from the laptop to a modem. There is no facility for these people to be able to practicalize what they are learning, and this thing makes learning very hard. It makes sense very hard. That's why it looks as if one of the professions that are thriving in this session are doctors, because as a doctor, is a must that you must be going through practicals. And I think that it is high time Nigeria government, forget about Nigeria government, the Southeast. Because now, what is happening now is go and develop your place. But before, Ndibo did not understand that this is what these people are doing. Go to Lagos State, you see the kind of development that is going on in Lagos State. Most of these things are being done with Lagos State money and even national money. And these people have created a lot of places whereby they can generate revenue. I think that what the government should be looking at is creating a means of revenue for the government and for the state. Now, Otti has set up a geometric power supply that will be supplying power 24 hours in Abia State. And this thing has drawn investors. Of course, when these investors come in, they are going to bring development in the community, buy the land of the community. And when that place is developed, you see that wherever this company of the Taiwanese will be sited, that place is developed already. Because people will like to live around. The land there will become costly and the rest of them. And many people are not looking at this direction. Soludo and his Soludo and his ministers are still going to secondary school, wearing school uniform. I could still remember vividly how Soludo entered into office. Soludo was practically voted into office by IPOB members, and Soludo is not going to deny it. I remember that the day election took place in Anambra State, Anambra was very hot like fire. And because these people, Biafrans, Ndigbo, believed in Ojukwu, they said, okay, since Soludo is coming with Ojukwu's party, let everywhere be calm. And people thought that on the day of the election in Anambra State, that there was going to be a big chaos. But that day was one of the most calm day in Anambra State. An election took its place. Soludo was given the victory. The election was not rigged. I can tell you that election in Anambra State was not rigged. Practically, the people of Anambra voted for Soludo, expecting that he is a professor, he is a good man, and the rest of them. But let's keep looking forward and see what he has in hand and what he has to do. But as Anambra Day, a lot of places are not okay for that side. And I think that Soludo himself should rise up to the task and look into some of these things. Now, as it be Netanyahu, the Israel Prime Minister says military campaign to continue until total victory as death toll in Gaza crosses 330,000 mark. Israel don't finish Gaza as it be. They say the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Thursday, February 29, reiterated that Israel will continue its military operation in Gaza until total victory, and highlighted the importance of the elimination of Hamas battalions. Meanwhile, the death toll in the besieged Palestinian enclave crosses 30,000 mark, making a grim milestone as the war approaches its 5th month. The delusional, unrealistic Hamas demands. The Israel Prime Minister began the televised press conference by expressing his condolence for the attack in the occupied West Bank, where 2 Israelis were killed after a suspected Palestinian gunman opened fire and said the Israeli military and the Modics. The Israeli military said a gunman had opened fire Thursday afternoon outside the settlement of Eli at a gas station and was neutralized by security forces. Israel is making relentless effort to get its hostage back, said Netanyahu, adding that it is too early to say if a deal between Hamas and Israel will take place. We are running into a brick wall of delusional, unrealistic Hamas demand, said the Israeli Prime Minister. Hamas knows its demands are delusional and is not even trying to move close to an area of agreement, he added. The Israeli PM said he has secured freedom of operation for the Israel Defense Forces in Gaza despite mounting pressure from other countries as well as the international media. He added, the current freedom of action for the security forces is unprecedented since the establishment of its tasks. The Israeli Prime Minister said the IDF has AFO fighting in Rafah, which includes evacuating civilians, addressing humanitarian needs, and honoring international laws. This one, the matter as it happened between Israel and Hamas. Remember that for some time now, Israel and Hamas has been in a loggerhead after Hamas went into music school where students were doing something and destroyed a lot of things there. A lot of Israeli children were taken away into captive. And since that time, Israel has not rested on making sure that Hamas is eliminated. This is where I'll be winding down the curtain on this edition. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first one to collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.